Click. Good time zone, everyone, and welcome to our Curiosity Chill. Today's subject is the International Space Station. What? Hey, Amy Versus, thank you so much for the double gift subs. Thank you very much. And one cat short of Crazy 12. How you doing? Welcome back for 4 months. And Lorelia, back for 44 months.
Wow, Lyrelia, thank you for the support. 44 months. Super appreciate you all hanging out with us today for our Curiosity Chill about the International Space Station. We got a little poll here that we got to decide. Where shall we begin our study? Please type a 1 in the chat if you would like to begin with the history of the International Space Station. Number 2, for a 3D tour with photos and facts. And number 3, life on the ISS. Each Tuesday, we pick a subject together. We poll a subject that you would like to study, and then we study it together the next week. And, well, we've done a lot of awesome topics. They're all being added to our YouTube. If you'd like to check out any of our past playthroughs, curiosity throughs.
Like a mental playthrough.
Yo, and Foolish, how you doing?
Hey, thank you so much.
Foolish Addie, thank you very much for the gift sub group hug. We appreciate the support, and thank you for recruiting some friends. And Lauren Etawaru is here today, too, with the 5 gifted subs.
Friends, thank you so much.
If you got one of those awesome gift subs from those awesome gift sub givers, be sure to check out the starter kit. There's a panel that looks like this down below the video. It's a green looking starter kit. Type button. That'll show you the way around. Say what's up to everybody in Zen and Jericho, our Discord sub chats. Everybody hello on stream. If you're here for the first time, would you shout yourself out? Would you say hello? You here for the first time? What's up?
It looks like
yeah.
I like your thinking, friends.
That's what Amelia wanted to start with.
Yes.
We even discussed whether or not we would do a poll, but
we have to leave it up to you.
Yeah.
Hey.
What? Wow.
Quit Flayed, how you doing? Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for chatting. And Toya McKenzie, welcome back for 41 months, saying exclamation points, what up? What up?
And Hometown Tavern, welcome and thanks for cheering. Hank is Connor's dad. Thanks for being here for 2 months. Pop Khaki, thanks for the cheers. And Hometown Tavern, welcome back for 7 months.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, everybody, for your input. A strong lead for this this tour. Right?
Yeah,
this is the one.
That's the one.
Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna pull
Ali
this up.
Official is back for officially 38 months.
Officially welcome back. Officially awesome. All right, I'm gonna send this up. Thank you, Amelia, for finding these awesome articles. And
it was my pleasure.
Shout out to our beautiful mod team who will be sharing the links with you in the chat as we go through. This is 10 out of this world facts about the International Space Station.
Yes.
All right, this is the artsandculture.google article. Who this? That's me. How much bigger do we want this? Full screen it?
Yeah, because this is, you're only seeing part of the little text on the bottom.
How about we do like that? I'm going to do like that. I'm going to do like this. And we're going to go.
Okay.
The International Space Station is a spacecraft, an observatory, a laboratory, and perhaps most importantly, a home. Hosting up to 10 people at any one time, all floating 240 miles above the Earth's surface. Built and operated by 15 countries, including the US, Russia, and Japan, the ISS was started in 1998 as a base for all sorts of space-based research.
Ooh. Often described as man's greatest achievement, the ISS represents one of the largest peacemaking, cross-national collaborative projects of all time.
Wow.
Here, different nations and cultures work together in the pursuit of a scientific innovation and knowledge. So, let's learn about this ground or sky-breaking project with these 10 facts about the ISS that you probably didn't know.
Get ready to learn, team! And Lola in the Shadows and Abermix, be sure to thank Alex Loves Wilbur Soot for those gifted subs. Appreciate that. And Neon, welcome back for 2 years.
Woo-hoo.
24 months. Perfect timing with the ISS stream for you. I'm glad you're here.
And Persephone18, thanks for the cheers.
All right, I'm going to skip the video for the issue of sound. Mm-hmm. But the first fun fact, it's actually moving incredibly fast.
Oh.
Hold on. I got to kill audio playback. We're good. The space station orbits the Earth 16 times a day and travels 28,000 kilometers per hour, equivalent to 10 times the speed of a bullet on Earth.
Wow.
10 times a speeding bullet?
It orbits Earth 16 times a day. That's amazing.
No idea. I had no idea. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Sima Brea, how you doing?
Good to see you. Oh, here's some facts. How do they go to the toilet? How do you eat on the International Space Station?
Well, these are often the first questions that come to mind when thinking of life in outer space. There are 2 space toilets on the ISS, which astronauts strap themselves into to use. Their urine is even filtered and turned into drinking water.
Wow. That's a fact, team.
Wow.
That's a team.
Okay, question for all of you. If your urine was filtered and turned into drinking water, would you drink it?
And you're in space, though.
Would you?
I'm just saying. Listen, y'all.
Sure.
If you haven't seen the Kevin Costner film Waterworld, you're missing out. Cyber Modus, thank you for being here for 14 months in a row. No, really, so many of you? So probably.
I bet it would have a strange aftertaste.
Nah, I think look, team. I believe in science. Okay, if we can put an international space station together going 10 times the speed of a speeding bullet on Earth, round the Earth 16 times in a day, with all these different countries working together, I trust them on the pee drink. I trust them.
You drink
I trust
it.
them.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I would too.
I just gotta
but
survive.
I would feel weird about it as I did it.
I gotta survive. Look, as long as they disclose that to you before you go up.
They've let us know right here.
They'll be like, 3, 2, 1. By the way, you guys are gonna drink your own ignition. Hi.
Hey, Mookie Blue, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for the gift sub group hug.
Welcome back. All right, what's fact number 3? Ooh, this looks tasty. Mm-hmm. Looks very sort of Slavic and tasty. What is it?
Loose crumbs and liquid can be very dangerous on the ISS, so drinks come in plastic bags with straws, while food is eaten on trays that are held in place by magnets.
Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting.
Wow.
Look at this. Floating up high above the Earth, 28,000 kilometers an hour. You can see it from Earth. The International Space Station is the 3rd brightest object in the night sky and is visible with the naked eye. To spot it, look out for an airplane-like light that moves quickly across the sky. You'll most likely catch a glimpse during dawn or dusk.
Wow.
All right, real quick mini pop quiz. If the International Space Station is the 3rd brightest object in the sky, what are the first 2?
The sun and the moon.
Baby, you're a genius.
Aha!
I love you. Oh, look at this. Beautiful astronaut.
Your body changes. The changes can range from small, strange things like calluses on your feet, as astronauts say. The calluses on your feet in space will eventually fall off, so the bottoms of your feet become very soft, like newborn baby feet. But the top of my feet develop rough alligator skin because I use the top of my feet to get around here on the space station when using foot rails. To the more harmful. Ooh, interesting. Without gravity, your muscles and bones can deteriorate, so astronauts exercise every day to keep healthy and in good shape. Wow. So because you're not using the bottoms of your feet, the calluses fall off and you have newborn baby feet, but the tops of your feet gain the calluses essentially that the bottom of your feet usually have. Interesting. Hey, the Motivic one. Thank you so much for the gift sub group hug. Thank you, friend. Ooh, yeah. Appreciate you. Okay, what's next? Ooh, wow. They have internet. All residents of the ISS have laptops, and they can even connect to the internet to keep in contact with family and friends and watch live TV. I wonder if any astronauts are watching Twitch.
I really hope that those on the International Space Station are tuned into our stream right now to learn about their own International Space Station. I mean, I don't think that I would have been so down for the solidarity, not
Solitude.
the solitude of being in space. But after this last 2 years of so many people having to live far away from their loved ones and to stay connected only by the internet, that's actually not a bad place to be during a pandemic, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I wonder what it's been like for them over the last 2 years. It's really, really big. The size of a football field, to be precise. The ISS is the biggest object ever made. What? The biggest object ever made? And despite the fact that it floats in space, it weighs a whopping 460 tons.
Wow.
Okay, so, I guess it could be the biggest thing ever made because it keeps getting added onto and added onto and added onto.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Tell me about this.
It's conducting some pioneering research. As well as astronauts that operate the station, there are many scientists from other disciplines and fields. They look at the effect of microgravity on the human body, investigate the possibilities for future space travel, as well as a wide range of other kinds of important research, from studying dark matter to growing crystals for use in medicine.
Wow, that's fascinating. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What a cool... Oh, look at all these cool scientists. Off they go. Good work, team. Time slows down. Amazingly, astronauts return from the ISS having aged less than they would have on Earth. Because of relative velocity time dilation, shout out to anybody that's watched Interstellar too many times, the high speeds that astronauts aboard the ISS are traveling mean that the time slows down for them relative to people on the surface of the Earth. It is not a fail-safe anti-aging trick, though. After 6 months on the ISS, astronauts are only 0.005 seconds younger than the rest of us. Okay. That's hard to get excited about in that moment. But they do look younger, just a little bit younger than they would.
They all look real excited.
I would be too. I would be too. All right, Amelia, what's going on here?
He's gonna shave his hair.
He's gonna shave his hair? Mm-hmm. Easy tasks become difficult.
The things that are easy for us on Earth, like getting a haircut, become much more complicated in the delicate environment of the ISS. Astronauts cut their hair using clippers attached to a vacuum, which collects all the stray hairs to prevent them from clogging the station's air filters and other equipment.
Ooh, wow, that is a complicated vacuum thing.
Yeah.
I just cut my hair outside.
And here's that 3D tour.
Oh yeah, here we go. Go aboard the space station for yourself. The ISS is a feat of human ingenuity that proves the pursuit of knowledge goes beyond nation, race, or creed, and can even transcend our planet. It brings people together, and now you can join in too. Explore the space station. Explore the space station for yourself in street view and get an astronaut's eye view of the Earth. Yeah. I want to do that right now. I'm in. We're in. Oh my gosh. All right, where do you want to go, team? Look at you.
Is there a way you can...
Maybe we can full screen it a little bit?
There we go.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Okay, so we got the extravehicular mobility unit. So this is when they're going outside of the space station vehicle. Oh my gosh. All right, let's rotate around here. I feel like I'm playing a video game. Can I advance? Oh my gosh. This is ARED, Advanced Resistive Exercise Device? Device. This is used for adjustable resistance piston-driven vacuum cylinders, along with a flywheel system to simulate free weight exercises in normal gravity. Oh, man.
Oh, look at her.
Oh, yeah. You see the astronaut working out here? Mm-hmm. Sort of a treadmill type situation. Oh, here we got the toilette. This is our waste and hygiene compartment, the old WHC.
Nadja, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nadja. in space. To celebrate your birthday, we're going to read to you about the waste and hygiene compartment. The waste and hygiene compartment was the second toilet facility to arrive on the station, November 2008. The first toilet facility is in the Russian Zvezda module. The Russian-built toilet is housed in a cubicle and separately channels liquid and solid waste. While the solid waste goes to a holding tank, the urine processor assembly, which forms a major part of the water recovery system, reclaims drinking water from astronauts' urine. Double confirmed, team. Double confirmed. What about this? Oh, we need this.
Oxygen Generation System Rack. The OGS produces oxygen for breathing air for the crew and laboratory animals, as well as for replacing oxygen loss. The OGS is comprised of a cell stack which electrolyzes, breaks apart the hydrogen and oxygen molecules, some of the clean water provided by the water recovery system, from the urine, and the separators that remove the gases from the water after electrolysis. Interesting.
Moving on in.
Whoa.
I mean, look at all, like, I feel like I would just get so overwhelmed by, like, all these little, like, somebody's got to go around and check all these little things all the time. Make sure this little thing is exactly where it needs to be. The food warmer? Tell me about the food warmer.
Most of the food planned for the SS will be frozen, refrigerated, or thermostabilized and will not require the addition of water before consumption. Many of the beverages will be in the dehydrated form. Food will be heated to serving temperature in a microwave forced air convection oven.
Oh, all right. How about this is the table, the galley table. I'm going to move our today's subject thing here real quick because it's getting in my way. I want to show you all these. Can you see the astronauts in the corner at the table? The table's big enough for 6 astronauts. It was designed by a high school student in the High School United with NASA to Create hardware program.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Oh my gosh, can you imagine being the high school student that came up with something that's on the ISS? And pressurized mating adapter.
What?
Don't worry, team. I'm sure this has to do with mating parts of the structure.
Okay.
Pressurized mating adapter attaches to the node's birthing mechanism. The other side of the adapter allows for docking vehicles. The PMA-1, positive mental attitude, connects the US and Russian segments. The PMA structure is truncated conical shell, truncated conical shell with 28-inch axial offset in the diameter between the end rings. Somebody write that down.
Okay, so it seems to be the spot that joins.
Yeah, it's how they get.
Together.
It's how they get other vehicles together. Yeah.
Okay.
The joint airlock is called Quest.
Ooh. The Quest airlock is a pressurized space station module consisting of 2 compartments attached end-to-end by a connecting bulkhead and hatch. The 2 compartments consist of the equipment lock, which provides the systems and volume for suit maintenance and refurbishment, and the crew lock, which provides the actual exit for performing EVAs. The airlock is the primary path for International Space Station spacewalk entry and the departure for U.S. spacesuits, which are known as extravehicular mobility units, or EMUs. Quest can also support the Russian Orlan spacesuit for spacewalks. So this is the space where they go when they're going to journey outside.
You want to go a little closer to it? Here's where it is.
Yeah.
This is what you'd be looking at. You'd be like, all right, man, take the bag off your face. We're going into space, man. All right, let's go back around here. I think this is where we started. I want to keep going through these tunnels, can I? My first time on the space station is a little confusing.
Wow.
Right, okay, so this is kind of like, what's this thing? Expedition 50 patch and signatures. Expedition 50 patch and signatures. The patch and signatures of Peggy Whitson, Thomas Pesquet, Shane Kimbrough. Oh god, I'm not going to get all these names. During Expedition 50, crew members Thomas Pesquet collected the set of ISS interior imagery for the Google Street View. So they've all signed this part of the space station.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, what's that? yeah.
Watery recovery system, arid. I'm a little turned around. What is this thing? Colbert. Colbert is combined operational load-bearing external resistance treadmill. The combined operational load-bearing external resistance treadmill, often called Colbert, will be used to maintain bone, muscle, and cardiovascular, your heart, conditioning on the International Space Station crew members. The Colbert is instrumented to collect in-flight research-grade data for experiments that are representative of critical mission tasks on future long-duration exploration missions. Every day, each crew member must do 2 hours of aerobic and weight-bearing exercise. 2 hours a day is a good amount of exercise. Got to keep your body healthy. In space. I'm going to keep moving past if I can. Hold on, I need a map. I need to... Okay, this is hilarious. This is showing me...
That's where it is in
real... on the ground. I don't want this. What?
I think we can maybe move on from here if you're getting all turned around.
Well, I just, we're going back and forth. Hold on.
Nice.
All right, we're going to switch it up to the... Which was the second one on the poll? We took...
Probably history.
History of the ISS.
Yeah. Hey, Broccoli Bingus, welcome and thank you for cheering. Foxy001, how you doing? Welcome back for 41 months.
And Kai, I think that it's all resistance weights. So it's like resistance stretch bands, and they said they had like pressure tubes, like vacuum tubes that would emulate different weights. And Coral Amy, thank you for being here for 18 months. Appreciate your great company. And Laser Pony, welcome back for 25. The history and timeline of the ISS. So, moderators, this is issnationallab.org, link that we can share in the chat. The International Space Station, ISS, took 10 years and more than 30 missions to assemble. It is the result of unprecedented scientific and engineering collaboration among 5 space agencies representing 15 countries. The space station is approximately the size of a football field, a 460-ton permanently crewed platform orbiting 250 miles above the Earth. It is about 4 times as large as the Russian space station Mir and 5 times as large as the U.S. Skylab.
The idea of a space station was once science fiction, existing only in the imagination, until it became clear in the 1940s that construction of such a structure might be attainable by our nation. As the space age began in the 1950s, designs of space planes and stations dominated popular media. The first rudimentary station was created in 1969 by linking 2 of the Russian Soyuz vehicles in space, followed by other stations and developments in space technology, until construction began on the ISS in 1998, aided by the first reusable spacecraft ever developed, the American shuttles. Okay, question. Who was alive in 1998?
Wow.
I was
too. Type a 1 in the chat if you were alive in 1998. That's all we're looking for, team. Just alive.
And a 2 if you were not yet born.
Not yet born?
I believe that there'll be some that were not yet. Oh, see.
Some of you.
Yep.
Carrie Berry, thank you for being here for 16 months. Appreciate you being part of this amazing community. Thank you for being here with us on the streams. And Chris O'Games, thank you for the cheers.
Wow.
Until recently, U.S. research space on board the ISS had been reserved for mostly government initiatives, but new opportunities for commercial and academic use of the ISS are now available, facilitated by the ISS National Lab. So let's go through a timeline of the historical ISS existence. Reagan directs NASA to build the ISS. January 25th, 1984. President Ronald Reagan's State of the Union address directs NASA to build an international space station within the next 10 years.
Wow. Okay. And then the first ISS segment launches on November 20th, 1998. Oh, on my birthday.
Whoa!
The first segment of the ISS launches a Russian proton rocket named Zaira, which means sunrise.
First U.S.-built component launches, December 4th, 1998. Unity, the first U.S.-built component of the International Space Station, launches the first space station shuttle mission dedicated to assembly of the station. Dinosaur Spinach Butt, welcome back for 9 months. Thank you for making me happy every time I say your username.
Welcome
Appreciate
back.
you hanging out with us. And for 10 months, we got Sunflower Andy. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Keep being awesome, friend. And tell me what happened November 2nd, Amelia.
The first crew to reside on the station arrives on November 2nd, 2000. Astronaut Bill Shepard and cosmonauts Yuri Gidzenko and Sergei Krikalev become the first crew to reside on board the station, staying several months. Hello, you three.
Hello, you three. Good work. Thank you for, pioneering that. U.S. Lab Module added February 7th of 2001. Destiny, the U.S. Laboratory Module, becomes part of the station. Destiny continues to be a primary research laboratory for U.S. payloads.
The U.S. Lab Module recognized as newest U.S. national laboratory in 2005. Congress designates the U.S. portion of the ISS as the nation's newest national laboratory to maximize its use for other U.S. government agencies and for academic and private institutions.
And Shrub Blanket, welcome back for 5 months. Appreciate you hanging out with us. The European Lab joins the ISS on February 7th, 2008. The European Space Agency's Columbus Laboratory becomes part of the station. March 11th, 2008.
Japanese Labs joins the ISS. The first Japanese Kibo Laboratory module becomes part of the space station.
ISS celebrates its 10-year anniversary on November 2nd, 2010. Wow. 10 years of continuous human occupation. Since Expedition 1 in the fall of 2000, 202 people have visited the station. Amazing.
NASA issues cooperative agreement on February 14th, 2011. NASA issues a cooperative agreement notice for management partner.
And on 2011, July, NASA selects the ISS National Lab as the Center for Advancement of Science in Space to manage the ISS. Now we're getting to 2013. Big news, team. Proteins can be grown as crystals in space with nearly perfect three-dimensional structures useful for the development of new drugs. The ISS National Lab's Protein Crystal Growth, or PCG, series of flights began in 2013, allowing researchers to utilize the unique environment on the ISS. That's, what?
Wow.
What? That's crazy. Well, I guess this article was made in 2013. Or they've just been hanging out there. 2013, they're like, nah, we're good. It's perfect. Leave it. Okay, so that's an early history. And we have another link here that we have from our team. Let's share this one about life on the ISS, which I think you all are going to really enjoy. This is everyday life on the International Space Station.
What is life like on the ISS? Well, according to this picture, it looks like tons
It
of
looks
fun.
like it's awesome. I want to hang out with them.
Yeah. Astronauts alternate in their stays on the ISS. The gravity you feel in your body is very weak on the ISS, so you can't live in the same way you can on Earth. How do you do things in space that are not as easy on Earth, such as exercising, sleeping, taking a bath, or even using the toilet? Let's take a look at life in space.
Nightingale, thank you for being here for 2 months in a row. We appreciate you resubscribing and supporting our channel. Scene 1. Is it possible to exercise in space? And smiling? Yes. Okay, look at this contraption.
Wow.
Astronauts can exercise in space using equipment. On Earth, even when you stand still, you resist gravity and support your body with your muscles and bones to maintain posture. In space, however, there's almost no gravity and no need for muscles and bones to support your body. So if you don't exercise, your muscles and bones will weaken. Muscles and bones cannot grow stronger if they are not routinely used. Therefore, astronauts exercise for about 2 hours every day using resistance exercise equipment for weight training and aerobic exercise equipment such as a treadmill and ergometer. Ergometer. With resistance exercise equipment for weight training, a load can be applied even in space by using vacuum cylinders, and thus exercise can be done almost like weight training on Earth. On the treadmill, astronauts can run while their bodies are held down using rubber straps. The ergometer is like a bicycle without wheels, and the amount of exercise can be adjusted by varying the pedaling strength.
Nice. Do you mind making this go? There we go. Thanks. Is it hard to sleep in space due to your body floating?
Oh.
Well, astronauts usually sleep by restraining their bodies in a small sleeping compartment or sleeping bag.
Look at him.
He looks
He's
so cute.
He's all tucked in.
He looks real zen. In space, there's almost no gravity, so there's no distinction between up and down like on Earth. Any surface can be a floor, wall, or ceiling, and therefore astronauts can sleep anywhere. But weak gravity means that astronauts may gradually float away while sleeping. To keep that from happening, most astronauts on the ISS sleep by restraining their bodies in a small sleeping compartment or sleeping bags. Also, due to a lot of equipment on the ISS, the sound of air conditioning fans and machinery is always present. Astronauts who are disturbed by these ambient noises and have trouble sleeping may use eye masks and earplugs. So, team, what's your sleeping habits like?
Do you float when you sleep?
Are you able to sleep through anything, or are you easily disturbed by sounds and movement in the night?
Hey, Marauder Kalen, thank you very much for the subscribe. Welcome to our channel. And Nightingale, appreciate you again. Tell me about this. Is there a bath? There is no bath and no shower. If you open a faucet on Earth, the water falls downward. This occurs due to the action of gravity. If you open something like a faucet in space, where gravity is very weak, the water will fly in every direction. For this reason, there are no baths, showers, or wash stands on the ISS. If you want to wash your body, you wipe it with a wet towel containing body wash. To wash your hair, you apply shampoo that works without water and wipe it off with a dry towel.
Wow.
To wash your hands or face, you wipe them with a wet towel or a wet towel containing liquid soap.
What do people eat in space? Packets.
Packets of snackets.
They eat the same kind of meals as on Earth. The menu of space food on the ISS consists of more than 300 different items. Nice. Most space food keeps well and is often kept in a plastic container. Some can be prepared by adding cold or hot water, and some can be heated in an oven. There are also items ready to eat as is, such as nuts, breads, and fruits. Space food first appeared in the early 1960s. To minimize weight and size, the first space foods were bite-sized solid foods, or tubes containing something similar to baby food. The flavor was not very good. Later, the range of available space foods broadened to include dried, canned, vacuum-packed, and freeze-dried foods. Today, astronauts can eat foods like preserved foods on Earth. Japan is making efforts to improve meals in space and is developing delicious Japanese space food.
Wow.
Ooh.
Thank you, Japan. Appreciate that. I think that would probably be the thing that would wear me down first.
But 300 different options is
That's pretty good.
That's great, yeah.
Better than that 1960s stuff, that baby food with no taste.
Yeah.
Quick question, team. I saw somebody talking about how astronauts would be likely to cut their hair short or to shave it if they go into space to avoid having to wash it and take care of it. If you went up to the ISS, would you be down to buzz your head? Would you do a full shave or a short haircut? I think that'd be cool. Good reason to do it, right? Number 5. Are there toilets in space? I feel like if you're in space, like, you got bigger fish to fry than your haircut, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's different from those in Earth. Here for an example, in case anybody wants to try to understand how that device might be used. There are toilets on the ISS equipped with toilet seats like those on Earth. And
Hey!
adventurers, thank you for being here and rating our channel. Come on in.
Welcome. We're learning about the International Space Station and how they use toilets right now.
Yeah, thank you. You showed up at just the right time. Sorry if any of your messages are very long. The bots will delete them, so I would recommend doing your hype raid emote thing, but in like half as long. Half as long.
Thank you so much for that raid, and welcome everybody.
Welcome, come on in. And Re3, thank you for being here. Yo, what's up? So, team, I'm gonna tell you right now, there are toilet stalls on the ISS. They are equipped with toilet seats, just like those on Earth. However, toilets in space are a little different. First, they are designed to be used with restraints, so the user doesn't float. The system suctions up waste together with air like a vacuum cleaner. This is because waste will slowly float if it's not actively suctioned.
Oh no.
Urine is suctioned up like a hose, like a vacuum cleaner, and the toilet has no door. It has a curtain used as a partition. The noises inside the ISS due to air conditioning fans, the toilet motor, and so on prevent the sounds inside the toilet from being heard outside.
Oh, that's
Whoa! And moving right along to scene 6. What happens if you get sick in space? Oh no. The astronaut in charge of medical care provides treatment. Hey, Re3, thank you very much for the cheers. Appreciate you tuning in for Curiosity Chill. Amelia, tell me about the astronaut in charge of medical care.
Each of the astronauts who stay on the ISS have a specific role and undergoes thorough training in that area. The person in charge of emergency medical care is the astronaut assigned to the position of the crew medical officer. The crew medical officer is trained not only in first aid, but also in suturing wounds and administering injections. The ISS is equipped with a medical kit containing medical instruments and drugs that are used when necessary. All astronauts receive training in emergency resuscitation in case a crew member suffers cardiac arrest, and this ensures anyone can do a procedure at any time. Well, that's good. But do astronauts have free time? Wow, this is an image of Mount Fuji from space. Ominous. Yes, they have free time to engage in activities that they enjoy. For a few months, astronauts live in the cramped conditions of the ISS with a fixed group of people. It's a situation where stress tends to build up more easily compared to ordinary life on Earth. Therefore, free time is very important for relieving stress. Astronauts can each bring a few things of their own belongings to the ISS. They can spend time in their hobbies just like on Earth, reading books they enjoy or listening to music. Also, the Earth and stars that can be seen from the window of the ISS are very beautiful, and some astronauts enjoy the views or take photographs. They can also watch movies on DVD, read the news on the internet, and talk with family members and friends. Okay, so question for all of you. You are going to the ISS, and you're going to spend at least a month there. What would you bring for your special activity to keep yourself occupied? What is your number one thing that you would bring? Headphones and music, no question. Your Switch, oh, that's a good idea. Laptop, tablet, Netflix, a gorilla suit, your favorite book.
I'd bring a yo-yo. And it wouldn't work.
No.
One time we went on a road trip and my little brother brought a bouncy ball and a yo-yo. for the road trip.
Ukulele, books, coloring books, camera. Nice.
Well, that brings us to the end of our articles for today's stream, but I am curious, dear friends, what did you learn today?
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz happens just like a real pop quiz, where all you have to do is say one thing you learned. We don't ask for a lot here as teachers. We don't expect you to be experts on the International Space Station, but I would like to know one thing that you learned on today's stream. Life on the ISS is awesome. Yeah, I think
they
so.
drink their filtered urine.
Yeah, we were all kind of fixated on that, I noticed.
Yeah. Resistance exercise. They have to do at least 2 hours of exercise a day.
That's right, 28,000 kilometers per hour. Whoa, and 260 tons. That's a heavy space station.
And the ISS orbits the Earth 16 times in a day.
Yeah, that really blew my mind. I mean, I knew they were going fast, but 16 times around the Earth in a day?
There are no doors for the toilets, which there are 2 toilets.
Right, exactly. They're recycled water.
They have to strap themselves into the loo.
Yeah, and into their sleeping bags so they don't float away while they sleep.
The top side of your feet get roughed up due to use, and the underside of your feet get very, very soft, and the calluses fall off because you don't use the bottom of your feet.
You recover your baby feet. It's the third brightest object in the night sky. Yeah, that's actually fascinating to me that it counts as.
It is the biggest object ever built.
And that there are 300 different kinds of food up there. That is definitely beyond what I expected.
And
faster than a speeding bullet, yeah, by
Yes.
10 times faster. And crystal formation in space used for medicine. They're growing proteins in crystal form, perfectly symmetrical in space.
There is a vacuum that they use to catch their hair when they give themselves haircuts, because any tiny little thing that happens to be floating around, like a crumb or a piece of hair, can ruin everything. Yeah.
Can ruin everything. They're like, welcome aboard. One piece of floating hair will ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't age the same. Yeah, relativity of time, but just slightly. You gotta stay up there for a long time for it to have any real effect, I would suppose. You'd have to kind of live out the rest of your days there. Jericho, that's the perfect gift. Thank you. I'm not really surprised to see that you found that gift. Yo, this is amazing.
Yeah, there's constantly motors and air conditioning and machines, so it's always noisy.
Right, fans and oxygen circulation, of course, and they've got to maintain a healthy temperature so they don't freeze out there. And you got to exercise. Yeah, the astronauts are exercising up to 2 hours a day at least so that they can maintain strong bone density and muscles that don't atrophy. Beautiful. Yeah, I learned also that there were 15 different countries represented on the International Space Station, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And that the first component of it launched on Amelia's birthday. That's pretty cool, too. So it's now time, my dear friends, to decide what it is shall we study next. What are we going to study on next Tuesday? We pull a subject at the end of every Curiosity Chill to decide what it is we study when we go live a week from now. We'll be live an hour earlier than whatever time it is. And let's put some things back on this list. What do we got? Raccoons? All right. Raccoons are back on the list.
Okay, just because I'm curious, these are the countries that are participating in the International Space Station. Brazil, Canada, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, Japan, Russia, and the United States.
Beautiful, beautiful. I've got some ideas here from you. We have raccoons. I have also fashion through the decades, which I think is definitely cool. And Area 51 is a great one. Carnivorous plants. Have we done one on carnivorous plants? No, I don't think so. Or plants. Somebody give me one more idea here.
Olympics?
The Olympics. Sure. The Olympics. Let's do it. Type a 1, 2, 3, 4, or a 5 into the chat and help us decide what it is that we should study on our next Curiosity Chill. Number 1, raccoons. Number 2, fashion through the decades. Number 3, Area 51. Number 4, carnivorous plants. Number 5, the Olympics. What's it going to be next week?
Let us know what you are interested in learning about on next week's Curiosity Chill.
And a heads up that speaking of all this International Space Station and all of these, nationalities and countries working together, we have Mass Effect 3 coming up both Saturday and Sunday this weekend. We'll play that on Saturday and Sundays until completion. And on Friday this week, we are going to be studying Resident Evil. We're going to talk about our playthrough of Remake 2 and Resident Evil Village and discuss more about what our favorite games are and what makes us love them so much as Amelia and I explore into the world of game development. Shall we get back to the poll? Where did it go? There it is.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty close
really
between Fashion Through the Decades and Area 51.
What do you think, runoff poll?
Yeah, I think we should do a runoff poll.
That's really close. All right, we're going to do another poll just between these top 2 contenders. Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
And Mandra San, welcome back for 23 months. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to do a runoff poll between Fashion Through the Decades and Area 51.
It was Area 51 that was the second one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Type 1 in the chat for Fashion Through the Decades. Number 2 in the chat for Area 51. Help us break this poll tie. And if anybody voted for any of the other options, feel free to vote again. And let's go ahead and pull a winner. Oh, look at it. You're even more undecided now. Back and forth. Fashion Through the Area 51. Area 1 Through the Decades. I mean, Fashion at Area 51 could be an interesting stream.
Yes.
I mean, look at this team. Look, if you've never seen the importance of voting, this is it. This is it. It's real important. Every little vote is making a huge difference here. It's going to come down alien fashion. It's going to come down to like 1 or 2 votes making the difference here on this stream. Also, any of the subjects that don't get picked for this week are totally eligible to go up on the poll next week. All right. It looks like it's going to be Area 51, but just slightly. I'm going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Next week, we're going to Area 51, team, but I have a sneaking suspicion Fashion Through the Decades will be on the poll again for next week.
I might throw in some alien fashion just to spice it up.
I mean, honestly, alien fashion would be a really fascinating thing. We'll see. We'll put that on the poll next week. But Area 51 will be the subject that we're going to study together.
Sweet.
I'm going to put it up like this. Area 51. Perfect. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with us. We've got a raid lined up for you. We're going to do a return raid here, team. We've got some awesome raids recently from Lana Lux while we've been streaming, so we want to return the favor and say what's up. They are working on software and game development and currently doing character models, which I thought would be interesting to any of you who are curious about how video games are made. Lana Lux's channel is a cool spot to get a little inside scoop on all that.
And Alex loves Wilbur Suit. Thank you so much for the cheers. And thank you for hanging out with us today on our Curiosity Chill. We love learning and studying with all of you. Thank you so much for being curious with us.
Yeah, and thank you so much for being with us, Miss Okami. We appreciate you being here 33 months in a row.
Aw,
thank you for your support. Appreciate you. Team, let's get going with this raid, shall we?
Yes.
All right, my name is Bryan.
My name is Amelia.
And this is our Twitch. Thank you, mods. Thank you, lieutenants. And thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us today. We'll see you on Friday for Resident Evil Village.
Dechart Games Club.
Yeah! Let's get going on the raid in 3, 2, 1. Raid!